Hello, it's Fabio with Patrice on the Fly. Today I'll show you to tie the Mylar Prince Nymph. I hope you enjoy the video and we'll see you next week. Okay, we're going to tie the Mylar Prince Nymph. I already put a hook on my vise. This is a Tiemco 2457. It's a curved hook, size 10. I already put a black bead. I'm going to get some lead wire. This is 0.15. I'm going to put, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 wraps-ish. I'm going to cut the excess of this lead wire. I'm going to push that lead wire inside the bead. And that's going to help. It's going to add, a couple of purposes. One is going to keep that bead centered on the hook. And obviously the other one is going to be to add some weight to the fly. Alrighty, I'm going to get my black thread, 6/0, and I'm going to lay some thread right behind that lead wire. I'm going to cut this thread off, and I'm going to wrap a few thread wraps through that lead wire. So again, that will help keep that lead wire inside the bead, and then again, the lead wire is going to add some weight. I'm going to turn my hook in my vise because we're going to be tying the tails, goose bite tails, pretty far down the hook shank. I'm going to keep building that, with the thread. I'm going to keep building the body of the fly so that I don't have a bump between, I don't have a transition bump between the lead wire and the rest of the hook. Alrighty. Now I'm going to get 2 brown goose biots that we're going to use for the tail. Some of you guys all know that the goose biots always curve in one direction. And so we want, as we tie the tail, we want the goose biots to curve to the outside. I'm going to lay one on far away from me. And so you can see what I did there. I'm going to get the other one. I'm going to do the same thing on my side. These things tend to move around, so I'm going to have to adjust this one. Still moving around. Okay, I'm going to cut the excess of the goose biots off. And now you can see those two tails, how they're spliced away from each other. Okay, I'm going to move my hook up in the vise. Then I'm going to get some Peacock Mylar. So I need, 3 inches. going to secure this along the hook shank. Like so. I'm going to get some small copper wire. And I'm going to tie that along the hook shank facing me. I'm going to move that thread forward all the way against the bead. Then I'm going to get the mylar. And I'm going to palmer it along the hook shank. I'm doing this with my hands, but you can use your aqua plier if you prefer. Making sure that I don't leave any gaps. I think I'm gonna use my aqua pliers after all. Mylar is pretty slippery, as you can tell. And I'm going to go all the way to the bead. And I want to make a couple of wraps over the mylar to keep it in place. I'm going to cut this excess off. Alrighty, then I'm going to get my copper wire. I'm going to palmer it. I'm going to do the ribbing. Trying to keep that as uniform as possible. And we're going to make a few wraps around it to block that mylar. I'm going to cut the excess off. Alright, I'm going to get some Peacock herl strands. I think you need, 2 or 3, not more. Again, the smaller the flies you tie, the less is better. So I'm going to cut these tips. I'm going to keep them against that bead. And I'm going to, again, wrap these around. A few wraps. All the way against that bead. And then I'm going to secure them with a couple of thread wraps. And then I'm going to cut the excess of the peacock herl. Okay, we are getting close to the end here. I'm going to get, now we're going to get a couple of white goose biots. And we're going to use these to build the wing of this Mylar Prince Nymph. Again, always pay attention to the way the goose biots curve. We want them curving along the hook shank. I'm gonna tie these one at a time. We want these to be about the length of the body of the fly. So I tied one. I'm going to get the other one. Make sure they're about the same length. Like so. You can see the end result there. And then I'm going to fold these, the excess of the goose biots, and secure those down as well. Then I'm going to get my scissors. I'm going to cut the excess of the goose biots as close as I can. Okay, you know, this looks pretty good, but you know, you can see there's a little not very nice looking end here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some I'm going to put some wax on my thread. I'm going to get some ice dab Peacock color. I'm going to get a few strands of this. And I'm going to lay some dubbing right over the tying points for those wings, so that I cover those up, and so the fly is going to look a whole lot nicer. I'm going to make a couple of wood finishing touches. I'm going to cut the thread off. I'm going to cut some of these loose fibers with the dubbing I just put in. And there you have it, the Mylar Prince Nymph. So hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you next week.